Welcome to Perception Check, and I'm here with
Q.
and I'm Xenodamus. Hope you enjoy. All right, so today we are. It's Pi Day. As of this recording, it's Pi Day. So that's cool.
Yeah. What is it? 3.14.
Yeah.
Now, unfortunately, we were too lazy to get it down to the hours and minutes to extend it out. Our math whiz over here didn't feel like doing it, even though he was bragging about his math skills before we came on.
Yeah. Well, no, I don't care enough.
Well, one something I do care about is, amazingly enough, and some people say it's ironic, but I think it's epic, is that we lost Stephen Hawkins on Pi Day. And I cannot help but go, man, the timing on that was just like incredible. One of the greatest scientists and mathematicians.
I mean, just think about it though. You have all these really hardcore, math geeks, math nerds. They get up, they're like, it's Pi Day. They're all happy. They have their pies in the refrigerator to bring to their software development job or whatever, and they pull up their phone, or they look at Google and ask, what's the news today, and then what do they hear? Stephen Hawkins, the nerd king himself. He is passed away at the age of 76. Now I did see several people go, man, I can't believe Stephen Hawkins is dead. And I mean, he was an iconic figure. We all saw it coming. I mean, he has Lou Gehrig's disease. By the science alone of Lou Gehrig's disease, he should have been dead a long time ago. He fought the odds. He beat the odds.
Well, like I say, he did not decide to bow down to the statistics, and I thought that was awesome. That's why I think pi represents potential. It's an infinite number, and he lived a long time. He gave us a lot of amazing breakthroughs, an incredible mind. And if he was going to die, pi, is the day to do it. It's just amazing. It's the day to pass if you were him. So, I mean, to me, I look at it, instead of being like, oh no, I look at it going like, all right, Stephen, you said, I'm going to make sure y'all remember the day I go. This is going to be something for the ages. So it's just amazing. Yeah.
And here behind us, we have the New York Times obituary for Stephen Hawkins. But yeah, no, I mean, he definitely he defied the odds, man. And there's been a lot of interesting stories coming out about him that I read today. There was one I found quite hilarious myself. Like, I was amused by the fact that apparently Stephen Hawking was known to run over people's toes that annoyed him with his chair.
That is awesome.
He actually made several jokes about it, and I forget who it was, but he was like, "Yeah, I hate that I never got to run over this person's toes." So
I like the fact he has a list of people. Man, I never got this one. But.
Oh man, if I could have run over your toes, that would have made my day.
I like Stephen Hawkins, man. I'm gonna definitely go out and gonna listen to my epic rap battles, Albert Einstein versus Stephen Hawkins again.
Oh yeah, well, he was also such a character. Like, he took his disease, his disability, and he didn't let that stop him. He made jokes about it. He just, he was on comedian shows where he sat there and played right back with them on a thing. There was no offending him about his issues, because he did not see his issues as stopping him or making him any less of a person. And I mean, that's awesome. Like, I wish more people would be willing to take what their hand that's dealt and just sort of go with it.
All I can say is that his most powerful tool was his mind. So, and he never let his physical condition slow him down there. So I had to respect the guy, you know what I'm saying? And we talked about a little bit earlier about him, not being a very religious individual, but I kind of said, that doesn't really mean anything when you talk about intellect, though. I mean, he had brilliance. His ideas to me were very valid in a lot of ways. So, I when you tell me was he a genius? Yes, was a man of absolute genius. Did he put us miles ahead in our theories about space, time, particles? Yes. So we lost a great mind, but his work is with us. Luckily, we live in a day and age where we record a lot of that. We have, we lived in a time where a lot of his knowledge and all that was able to be recorded, so we could pass it on to future generations. One thing I used to always hate is when we lost people in the past is that due to the level of technology and media we had, we lost a lot of their best moments. But, luckily with Stephen Hawkins, we're going to be able to carry on his legacy.
Well, no, I mean, we've got books, we've got recordings, we've got a lot of the stuff. And I mean, yeah, no, he was a great mind. He had a lot of interesting stuff to say, and he will always have advanced science. Wherever science is today, or 100 years from now, he'll be partially involved in that, because he helps speed science along with his use of his brain.
Mm-hmm. He goes on the list, man. He goes on the list of great minds.
But yeah, so rest in peace, Stephen Hawkins. I'm not gonna say safe journeys because I know he didn't believe in a afterlife, but he gets respect.
He didn't believe in religion. Who knows what the universe's secrets are?
Well, from my understanding, he pretty much believes humans to be basically a computer. So once that drive is dead, it's dead. But
nothing destroys matter though. So or energy. I love playing around with that. Yeah. It's like nothing destroys matter or energy. So it's just a transformation from one state to another. That's all death is.
Well, there you go. So anyway, that's enough on that. You said you had, what was one other thing you said you wanted to mention for today?
We were looking up a few things, and we were looking at the fact that it looks like Fallout 3's mod to put in a Fallout 4 won't be going through because of crybaby voice acting tears.
Well, no, I mean, it's not crybaby voice acting tears.
I know I'm being bitter.
It's purely that they weren't going to pay for the voice acting, and legally they could not use the voice acting.
And for some reason, they don't want to re-record it.
Yeah.
Because they think it'll take away from it. And I mean, and the only reason I bring it up is because I like having really good games brought in new engines where I can play them again in an even better engine.
Yeah, but I mean, honestly, if you really think about the Fallout 4 engine, would it really support Fallout 3?
I think Fallout New Vegas would have a harder time than Fallout 3. Fallout 3 is not that different from Fallout 4. It's a minor tweaking.
I don't know, man. There was a lot more RPG elements in Fallout 3 versus Fallout 4. I thought New Vegas would have probably been easier than Fallout 3.
And see, I disagree because New Vegas had a whole different weapon physics with some of the equipment that you just didn't see replicated in 4, like the grenade launcher. I mean, one of the first things I noticed when I played 4 is the way I played New Vegas did not work in Fallout 4. A lot of those
things are easily addable. I mean, breaking the whole system down to the mechanics, though, I think 3 would be harder to do.
I'll admit that 3 didn't have the crafting engine like New Vegas did that kind of came over into 4. One of the things I noticed 4 took from New Vegas, or should I say replicated, we should say that, we don't want to hurt anybody's feelings, was the crafting system. So that will move over. But I also remember the perks were a lot more distinct in how they operated. And the perk engine is what I want from New Vegas and 4.
Yeah.
So the New Vegas is still going, by the way, guys. New Vegas is not out of the loop. They're just going to re-record. And honestly, if I had to choose, Fallout 3 is a classic. I don't mind playing Fallout 3 as Fallout 3. Yeah. But New Vegas, I would love to see New Vegas on the Fallout 4 engine.
All right. Well, there you go. And that's what we've got through today. Thanks for watching. Please be sure to like, subscribe, and you can check down in the description for links to everywhere you can find us online.
Who said I was done?
I did.
Okay. Apparently I'm done.
Yep.
Thanks for watching.